What it do? Moody.
What's up? What's up?
A little late, but always on time.
Mm-hmm.
That makes any sense for our scheduling. But no, yeah,
It
some
does.
some filming delays that had to push us a day out. But yeah, we're still here. Big weekend of wrestling we got to get into. We missed out on a point, Night of Champions, but I figure we'll find some place to make up a point.
No contest.
Obviously,
There's
we're not counting anything, but yeah, but like
that's why I was like, how there's win, loss, draw.
Yeah.
The last one actually is no contest.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to a fighting record. So it's like, okay.
So
we finally got a one in match because we should have predicted, but either way.
But we'll get into that. Major stuff to talk about with that. But you got any Percy's?
I know I should have some off the top of my head. Do you have any off the top of your head? Because immediately the first thing in my head is the NBA.
Yeah, the draft happened.
Yeah, the draft and some moderately, trades are here, but I wouldn't even say it's just trades happening. I won't even say nothing.
Yeah, Miles Bridges just got traded.
Yeah. So Charlotte's,
LaMelo getting traded.
That's probably the biggest thing right now.
Yeah,
he's in Minnesota
getting traded.
Yeah.
So Jaylen Brown, possibly
Giannis, he's on the Heat. Oh yeah, that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah.
After Giannis moves, it's like you always gotta wait for the first biggest domino to fall. Everybody's waiting for the head honcho, and it's like immediately after Giannis was gone, it's like okay, all right, now everybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah. And then like the new league year starts like July 1st or something like that.
Yeah.
Like sometime this week.
So they got 2 more days.
They'll get a lot more free agency stuff going. Anthony Davis possibly getting traded. Who knows when? But yeah, sports are happening. World Cup has been the most entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're into the elimination stage. Wait, who we got? We got
Versus going.
Yeah, there we go.
So, and then
Dub.
Whoever the other side on the bracket on that is I want to say
Brazil versus Japan sounds crazy.
I think it's Senegal and Ecuador.
I'm gonna watch Brazil versus Japan. Is gonna be fucking
good. Yeah, that should be fun too. That should be fun too.
So sports are happening. That was my pursuit. Yeah, really.
Well, let's get into this show and this busy week of wrestling.
Yep.
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit.
I was paid.
That's right, bro. Movie coming off the top rope. Let's move up, my God.
Weekly roll the avenue of wrestling.
Follow us here on this channel, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our social, follow everything.
Episode 103 of the Wrestling Rehab Podcast. We're in uncharted territory, so we got some fun facts.
This is just a bunch of random shit now. I think that's what it's got to be.
That's got to be. Hey, we learning something every day. So
atomic number of Lawrencium.
Yep.
There you go.
Saw that pop up. There was a Taylor Swift reference that we talked about. There's apparently
watch our numbers go up just because you mentioned Swift.
You got to feed the crowd, man. Taylor Swift is one of the most popular people in the world. So, there's a 103 reference about how many instruments she used for her Reputation tour and whatnot. So that was a fun fact about 103. Anything else you find interesting about?
The one that permeates my mind is one that's not a good thing. It was a terrible plane accident. Flight 103. I was like, it reminded me of a Final Destination when I read the story.
Yeah.
But that happened. And that was a Flight 103.
And then
for just correspondence to the number.
And then continuing the sports, it's 100. Again, we talk about the dartboard limit. 103 is famously the lowest possible score on a standard dartboard that cannot be checked out with exactly 2 darts.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You mentioned that.
So that's interesting enough as well. But we'll see what 104 gets us.
I know what 105 will get us for sure is that the fastest clock pitch is at 105.7. In MLB history. So, and I know that kid, The Miz in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
he's up there. Yeah, that was he went up to 104 or something.
He did 105 yesterday. That was
was it 105 flat? Yeah,
it was
they're going to
that's
105
point. It was like 105.
Because the fastest,
that was like they said it was the third fastest pitch in MLB history.
Okay, so yeah, it's probably 105, but the fastest, just a quick Google search, it said 105.7. So either way, maybe that'll be 105 and 106. It could. Hey, we in the middle of the MLB season.
He said that last week.
He's
and
on his streak.
He set another, I guess, record. So
he's getting better.
But let's get into the week in wrestling. I said we were supposed to have points up for grabs for Night as Champions, but we did not get our episode up in time.
Yeah.
But I said as we were watching the show yesterday that if there's any match that I felt like I had to be aggressively picking on, would be what the outcome actually turned out to be. Sami Zayn getting the win in the triple threat against Gunther and Cody to become his first time WWE champion.
In front of his people.
First Arab descent WWE champion in company history as well. So big news coming out of Night of Champions last night. What did you think about that?
Oh, no, it was awesome. It was an awesome match. Like, they continued, like, I remember, like, this is, like, now we're here. We metaphorically speaking, hit the Sammy climax, right? And I remember, like, leading up to this, we were like, or one of us mentioned, I'm not going to put it on either one of us, but one of us mentioned, like, I'm not exactly, or I think you said that you was like, I'm not sure how he exactly deserves a title shot. And I was like, but he's pissed off the champion enough and, like, the number one contender enough that they both want to beat his ass. It's simple as that. Because it's similar to the thought that I had with the, what is it, Rhea, Bianca, and Io. And it was like, what? Bianca won the Royal Rumble and Rhea was just mad, right? Or was it, the other way around?
Yeah, Bianca
Io was the champion.
I think Bianca won the Royal Rumble.
And
Io,
she was champion. She beat Io. No, she beat Rhea right before, like Royal Rumble or like
after Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's what it was. After Elimination.
So they had like
the
standoff.
That's what it was.
Then the next night.
But either way, it was a good dynamic. And I mean, when I said, I was like, this is one of the best bookings of a special guest referee. So it did have the momentum of, a serious, the WWE Championship storyline. Now it's just like whether you feel like it's, gonna happen now or not. And looking back on it, obviously he's a fan favorite. Ideally everybody wants to get their WrestleMania moment, but everybody can't be on WrestleMania necessarily, or like have that exact moment, on WrestleMania. So it's like, where can you actually fit it in and actually make a, what you would say a B-list pay-per-view feel like an A-list pay-per-view? And just like you said, the moment of it, obviously top shelf, and the match was fucking great too. So 5-star match.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'd say it's right now. It's a contender for a.
I would have to rewatch it.
I would have to rewatch it, but I would say right now it's like outside looking in.
I was like, it's a soft on the WWE like top contender scale right now. So, like I said, that's not factoring AEW in, but still, just for match of the year, like on WWE side, it's definitely
definitely moment.
Yeah, OMG, or no, it's not pay-per-view moment. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we're so happy for Sammy. 10 years in, he's crying. The people are like tearing him, like almost like limb from limb. It looks like, as he gets in the crowd. And it was funny because like low key, it looked like, like the local news report in New York, like when obviously the New York Knicks won, and like the camera's shaking and stuff like that. That's exactly what happens. Like Sammy's getting like pulled into the crowd, like. So beloved. Oh yeah, huge moment for him. Like, it was great. Yeah, the match itself was dope. I love the double crossroads spot. And I remember
he held on to Sammy and tried to do another crossroads.
Yeah, and that's what led to the demise. But even previous to that, because he had Sammy in the crossroads before, and I was like, or he had him in a reverse DDT, and I was like, Gunther should come in and kick him in the face, and then it'll like make him do like a. Oh no, Sammy! I said Sammy should kick Gunther in the face, like Haluba kicking him, and then like suplex Cody. Since we're doing the cartoon shit, we got a Sammy throw a back body drop through the table by Cody when they was fighting on the outside. Obviously, a double stack power bomb on both of those guys, from Gunther. So everybody showed out in their spots.
For sure. For sure. And then, you get the surprise of it, of Sami winning the title.
In an underdog way, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a roll up, but it's not the most devastating move roll up because I like this kind of roll up, and when you get into like the deep water of chain wrestling, because it is still like a war of attrition.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like I still got you this time. It don't matter if I'm better or not. Like,
how long do you think Sami holds the belt?
I hope more than a month, because Cody could get his rematch clause and just no rematches, right? But I mean. SummerSlam, Cody and Sami. You're not going to do a triple threat again.
No, but I guess it's Cody and Gunther needing to figure.
Well, yeah, they got to figure that out.
The number one contender.
True. Yeah, so they got to do that, and then because we know that obviously Oba and Roman are together. But because Oba. Speaking of Night of Champions, sorry. What's your more thoughts?
I was done with it, but yeah, I mean,
okay.
It brings up Oba and the King of the Ring because
I was trying to find a good segue
there. Squashing Jay.
He got like I like how it was literally like it was annoying when Seth did it to the Fiend, like when you come in with I understand you have to do it with like finishers on because you're doing it. Oh, a better comparison is like Brock Lesnar, right? Actually, that's a perfect comparison, obviously, but like. When you had Seth versus Brock and they were in their rivalry, and like Seth had to fucking like curb stomp him. I think he curb stomped him like 4 fucking times. I think it was a total of like 8 he gave him, or something like that. Obviously, we're on the upward trajectory of Oba Femi, so there's no way that he was going to lose this. But
Brock Lesnar could have easily interfered.
Yes, he could have. He could have. But with it being clean now, in hindsight, there's no way Jay's winning. But Jay getting his offense in and like getting at least 2 spears and like 4 Uso splashes in, at least 2.
I forget, but
I think he got 2 of each.
I felt like it just didn't feel like it lasted long, but I'm like, of course.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's just like because he gave him a lot, and I remember thinking after like the second or third Uso splash he gave him in a row that he was gonna kick out at 1, like or do the bench press spot, but he only did the 2.5, like a regular one. I was like, oh, okay. And then that's when it, came basically immediately after that. So I was like, oh, okay. But went the way to be expected. I mean, let me see the Bleacher. I mean, do they have the times of the matches on Bleacher Report? No, they don't. Okay. I know somebody's keeping track of that, but
I think it's on the wiki. But
it
was expected, and he's the King of the Ring, and they haven't officially confirmed who he wants to challenge, but he made it clear his intentions on Monday that he was coming after Roman.
Yeah.
And so, Sami has the title, but I think he's going to be looking at Roman more than Sami at the current moment. And then Liv losing to Io, which already kind of, I guess you could say, would maybe have been expected, even though Liv is champion. But if you wanted to protect her, she was cursed prior to the match.
I don't know.
By Danhausen. So it's like, you knew she was going to lose at that point.
Pause. I agree, yes. Okay. Because I wouldn't say that's a protection, though. I don't think that's a protection of Liv. Even if she's cursed. That's like... I feel like... Not to say that, because Danhausen is a character, and he does choose who he wants to curse. So I can't say that it's like... I feel like The Undertaker. The Undertaker, at this point in his career, he's like the spirit of WWE. He's the fucking... That's why I felt like it was a great spot for him to be in the Cody and WrestleMania 40, But anyway, I felt like that was still a good match, regardless of the curse.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like as far as your logic as far as like understanding wrestling, it's like Liv is a champion. How is she going to lose this match? And it's like, oh, she's cursed. So it's
that's from a kid's perspective. I guess. All right. So my thought, I guess, because one of the when he's in a match, and he curses people, or like his finisher is the curse, and it'll be like the fireworks go off. The fireworks didn't go off this time, so I guess that's kind of what I was thinking about. Because she still went out there and wrestled.
No, it was a fairly normal match. The curse really cost her anything, but the fact that she was cursed, it's just like, okay, cool.
Yes, we know immediately if you've been paying attention. It's like, oh, Liv's losing this.
Yeah, she's losing.
That's gonna be a huge spot. Like quiet Danhausen corner, still leading my superstar of the year. or breakout star of the year, definitely. Whoever breaks the curse, that's gonna be like breaking the Master Lock. Remember when Chris Masters was doing the Master Lock challenge?
Yeah.
Like, man, that's gonna be a dastardly heel. Whoever does it, like Dominic, maybe. No, Dominic can't break it. No. Dominic's getting. You need somebody bigger than that. But anyway, that's it. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, but unlike Oba, she immediately calls out Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
SummerSlam for her title, and that was a question I asked. I think when we were watching SmackDown, I was like, if Io ends up winning, does she go after Liv because she already beat her once? And it's like, if I beat you once, I could beat you again. This time I'm gonna beat you for your title. Or does she go after her friend, who her friend has never beat her?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, it's roses either way. And my low key, like I was like, low key, like a Jericho move and kayfabe. This is why I would want Jericho to be the first ever undisputed champion. Let her be like, oh yeah, I won Queen of the Ring, and I, earned this shot at whoever, and I just beat Liv, so I'm already de facto number one contender. Because right after I beat Rhea, I'm gonna come back and be like, hold up, bitch, or maybe even on Raw, I just beat you, so we can just do this on Raw again, and I'll just talk my shit and walk into SummerSlam as women's heavyweight champion.
Yeah, and try to come EO2 belt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, they wouldn't let you do it. They can't let the Japanese have that much power.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it.
No,
too much power. Yeah.
But yeah, expected, but still decent matches. I think one of my favorite matches on this card was the cage match between Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. Very physical. Braun got a nice little gash in his left eye.
Yeah.
Was bleeding pretty hard. But Seth Rollins pulls out the win. I was kind of like, I think this was also
the most assured
because
one.
It was like, either one could have got it. And they were billing this as like the last match between the both of these guys. So it's like, okay, if this is going to be really the breakoff point, who are you giving this to? Are you giving it to Braun, who obviously you want to kind of continue building and getting him back into that world championship main event scene, or you give it to the old steady hand Seth Rollins, face of the company?
I will say, trying to recall the match now, it was clean for a steel cage match. When I think of, was there vision interference?
No.
Exactly. That's what I was somewhat surprised by. That I was like, oh, okay, we actually did this straight up. And with that being said, that goes back to, just to echo your point you just said, was like, oh, what are you going to do with Braun or Seth? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it was a de facto number one contenders match. And now it feels like Braun is just like, not just, but he's like still he's the very top of the mid card at this point. Like, I can't see him right now. He's got to beat somebody else big. You can't beat Seth and like your blow off.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna need. You ain't beating Oba. Like, that ain't about to happen. Like, you ain't beating Roman.
Yeah.
You got Jay. You got Jay.
Okay.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
LA Knight.
Who's getting? All right, that's a good. All right, who's getting the title first then between LA Knight and Braun Breaker? Now it's funny because WWE title is on Sami.
I would say Braun Breaker, because I can see Braun breaking winning like Money in the Bank and then just cashing it in, and then all it takes is a triple spear.
Yeah, true.
To get the title.
Then like Sammy's all tired and shit.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, no, that was a good match. Braun getting busted open, like that spot of the superplex off the top of the cage, and I was like we actually did talk out the kayfabe of like he still could have got that Falcon Arrow up if he wanted to, but that was still
would have been tight. But there's some minimal space to get that through. But there was points where he did a. What did Seth do? He did like a curb stomp.
Oh no, I remember. I know the sequence. No, because I called the first part of it because I was like, he's gonna spear himself through the table. Yeah, and because I was like, who set up the table? We don't know, but he speared himself through the table, pedigree, curb stomp, and then he kicked out. And then you were like, that's some AEW shit.
Yeah,
I was like, hold on. I was like, yeah, that damage, yes.
And that was after he took the suplex into the table.
Yes, yeah. And then it was his defiant taunt he does, like, you're gonna have to break me or whatever, and he does like a super
off this like second
rope, curb stomp too.
So to end up getting the match and win.
See, this is what's stopping Braun from being on the top of the card. With that super stomp, he should have been able to sell. You know what Dolph Ziggler would have did with that super stomp?
What?
Spiked his fucking head on the ground. Yeah. You know the spot I'm talking about. Dolph Ziggler is one of the greatest sellers ever.
Yeah.
Like him or like Rob Van Dam. He's doing like, man, that Rob Van Dam like RKO, still one of the sickest spots in history. Like, and he's like, oh yeah, I knew how to do that. Like, it was easy. Like, but yeah, fun match. I felt like this was the most assured that Seth. I was like, Seth got to get back on top.
Oh, you felt more confident that Seth.
I felt very confident about this. And what was our last match? We had
Jade
women's. U.S. title. That's right.
And Tiffany retaining her title. There was some interference.
Yeah. A lot of it. This is where the interference was because immediately, like, as I look at this straight up, I'm like, Jade is definitely all right. I will say this: like when we talk about 2K ratings in our head, I think because it's more recently she's the champion and she did beat Tiffany, I would have Jade higher, even if it's just like 1 point, like 92, 91, whatever. But Tiffany is the U.S. champion. So I'm like, this feels below Jade to me, like as a character, where I'm like, you got a faction and shit. Like, you shouldn't be getting no U.S. title. You should be, going the title.
Yeah.
And so getting the interference spot, I was like, okay, that's the way you protect her. You know what I'm saying? Because getting the return of Charlotte, and I think she had a weapon or something in her hand or something she was about to do.
She hit her with something. I didn't see exactly.
Or she was about to hit Tiffany with something. I think Charlotte pulled it away, or like I forget. But like, because B-Fab and Michin, they had their first spot, and I don't think she ever hit her with Jaded, because she didn't kick out of Jaded, but she kept hitting her with choke slams, and I was like, hit Jaded if you want the title. Like, in my head.
How to win.
But she did like do like the, Rhea Ripley showed everybody how to get out of Jaded now.
Yeah.
So she did the roll through spot. She did counter it one time. But yeah, Tiffany, it took two prettiest moonsaults ever to put her down. Oh yeah, no, she hit her with the title. That's what it was. Charlotte hit Jade with the U.S. Championship.
Okay.
Yeah, because Chelsea Green, remember Chelsea Green? She was hiding under the ring. And it was like, oh, Chelsea's here. And she knocked off Michin, threw her into the post that was holding up the stanchion, that was holding up the title. And then, like, B-Fab and Michin got the numbers game, beat down Chelsea. And then Charlotte showed up.
Yeah.
And that was the momentum swing, too. Keep the title on Tiffany. And
we kept the title also on Trick Williams.
Yep.
Retaining against.
Most confident about this. You only asked the question because I think it's like maybe we still got the remnants of like Vince in our head of like you gotta like have some sour notes on like the best days or weeks times of your life. But you were like, is he about to lose the title on like his wedding week? Like, I was like, nah, man, you can't do that to this man. No. He's still too hot right now.
Yeah.
Yachty was there.
Yeah.
Like,
it's again the biggest surprise here was Sami Zayn.
Yeah, for sure.
Like after that, like if we had made our predictions in time, like that would have been my aggressive pick, and I would have been super out. I mean, I was already happy in general, but yeah, I'd have a point on here. I would have won the show. I would have won the episode.
Possibly, but like, hey, I'm very malleable when I hear bookings, so that's the only reason I'm gonna say I wouldn't give you that because it could just end in a tie. Because I hear that and I'm like, and then also obviously the Saudi and Arabian crowd was obviously super hot. I mean, let alone for Sami winning, but just the presentation, making it feel like WrestleMania, as big as that stage was, that made a huge impact on the show as well. So that was my last note on Night of Champions. But yeah, definitely top shelf moment. Right now, I could say that's definitely probably like top 2 for or whatever it's OMG or no, OMG moment is TV. But yeah, pay-per-view moment of the year. Like, I could see that right now.
Other things that happened at both Raw and SmackDown this week.
Mhm.
No, Raw was obviously the much more stronger show. The Street Profits are tag team champions again.
Yep.
Defeating not Seth Rollins, the Vision of Austin Theory and Braun Breaker. That's good to see.
Yeah, let me check this. I know I had them tripping. I know, like I said last time I mentioned them. Like I said, I was like, oh, hold on. I thought they only had 2 titles, but I was looking at this now. So yeah. 2-time World Tag Team Champions and 2-time WWE Tag Team Champions. Evolved Tag Team Champion too one time. Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, this is their 4th time.
This is their 4th. If you count the NXT titles, that would be 5. So this is their 4th time.
These are 2-time World and 2-time WWE.
Yep, 2-time World Tag Team Champions and 2-time WWE Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, so
4 times.
Yeah, so that's not even counting NXT. That's 4.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. Counting NXT, that it would be 4.
Oh, yeah, I misspoke.
I thought maybe I misheard, but yeah. Congratulations to them. Let's see how that plays out moving forward.
I mean, it's if they want to care about the tag team booking. That's all.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that. Because they can get on like hot notes, but even with that, it's been SmackDown is the tag team division you'd want to be in when it gets hot. You know what I'm saying?
Guess.
Like,
both
that's where it was.
Divisions have been kind of weak.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we had, remember, like at the beginning of Wyatt 6 and
MFT.
Yeah, we were both saying, "Oh, I'm here for this," and then by the end of it, we were like, "Okay."
Yeah. And then they let
but that was
go.
also after I think we had the 3-way, or was it a 3-way or 4-way TLC match we had on that SmackDown because we were saying it should have been on Mania. Yeah. So like, that was all SmackDown booking. So that's at least within the last recent memory of it.
Like, but that was also at a time where they actually had them as roster members because a lot of
True. Obviously, but recent history says SmackDown is where you want to be, but I mean, it's up from here. Hopefully,
and we both agree on this. These are both for Primos. Go ahead.
I will say, just to add this into because I do like the dynamic of Montez and Seth, what we've had going, or even the Street Profits individually. Because Dawkins fuck with Seth and Montez came around basically, but it's like, are we going to continue that? Because they're both up from here. They both overcame the Vision. So now it's like, where are we? So okay, that's
you never know. Maybe they do form as a faction of some sort. Mm-hmm. Like maybe not like a consistent faction, but it's just like we're connected.
Loose alliance. Yeah.
It'd be interesting if they got Becky to be a part of that. Maybe eventually Bianca.
Yeah, right. Returning Bianca be huge.
Alpha Academy, mostly Maxine.
I like this segment.
Chad Gable's apology, and I agree with you. This is also really great. This is a primo as well. Mostly, I like Maxine. I thought she was super confident in her delivery of her promo, and then everything that she.
Whoa. Little technical issue. Camera fell over. Excuse us. It's like the episode that we run out of like our legit numbers that we know. It's like where we got a curse on us or something.
But no, everything she was saying to Chad as far as why she was declining his apology was legit. I think the only thing you would have to question is like, is this a heel turn? Is the fact that she's been hanging out with Austin Theory and she kind of said it in a not rude way, but it was like very.
It was firm.
Like, it was very like.
I think she was. She didn't say it. She wasn't disrespectful.
It's kind of aggressive.
She was defending herself. So I think that's the time to be. I mean, she has been a very, I don't know what's the opposite of aggressive, character. Mm-hmm. So this is the time for her to stand up for herself. This is where her trauma really started for real.
Yeah. I don't disagree with anything she said. She
Yeah.
was totally on the right to not want to accept his.
And bringing up the
apology.
moments that we, I guess, like roughly remember. Because as she said the things, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Because, like, if you were to ask me, I would be like, oh, yeah, Chad messed up, but I couldn't remember. But, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's why it was perfect.
but yeah, he's definitely
Like the exact
there was definitely
moments,
that, like they were like he was being completely rude and to all of them.
Yeah. Remember you told me to beg for you to, like, let go of, like, Akira's ankle or something. You were going to break his ankle or something like that. And, like, you made me beg like a dog. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. But, yeah, great promo from Maxine and Chad. I mean, we're behind them, but and like Ray said, you might got another hill to climb.
Again, this probably just is more building towards Chad actually getting redeemed by Otis and Tozawa, but like Maxine just like going heel and aligning with Austin Theory officially.
Okay.
And the Vision.
Yeah. We just shake it up a bit. Yeah.
Ethan Page getting the win over Dragon Lee. And that was that an intentional low blow, or was that just Ethan Page just trying to get out?
Oh, of course it was intentional. Ethan Page, come on now. Of course. Clean as a heel. Like, of course. He's just
a unique way to get out of
which was funny because
a low blow.
I feel like even as a kid, I thought that. I'm like, why don't people do that?
Yeah.
Like, similar to like, Roman's kick out through the low blow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, why people don't do that? And it's just like, that's just such an easy, like, whenever, because I hated Triple H. That's what it was. And I'm like, why don't people do that when they have him, they're setting him up for the pedigree? I'm like, that's the time to do it. Like, but yeah. Other big things on the show. Paige beats Lyra. And Lyra takes out her frustration on Bailey.
Yeah, talking about heel turns. Yeah, Lyra turning heel. We'll see how that plays out.
I originally had this in Reggie. And I was like, all right, I care about these women too much to put them in here. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, do I care? I'm like, do I care? And I'm like, only in the sense of hope for either one of them. But it's like, what are you doing? With either one. I mean,
you believe in Lyra, and you're gonna try to get her over as, instead of just a happy-go-lucky face that she's been, like, give her maybe some possible character depth with her turning heel.
So okay,
and then the thing that bums me out just means that Bailey's gonna be taking the L's in this.
All right. So I agree. That's obvious. Yeah. So I say again, what are we doing?
You're getting over Lyra.
Okay. I mean, I think at the sacrifice of Bailey again, it's just
Bailey is
dog. Bailey's Natalia.
She knows what she's doing.
Bailey's Natalia now.
She can't be Becky?
No, she's Natalia. She's Natalia, bro.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying I'm not behind her. I care about Bailey way more than I cared about Natalia. Even when she was in her run. And, Bailey's won more titles and shit. She has, like, a huge WrestleMania moment, all that. So, yeah, I care about Bailey more than Natalia. But, like, we talk about 4 horsewomen and, like, not just that, but, like, where all of, the women are slotted.
Yeah.
Yeah, there ain't no room for her. Like, anywhere. Unless we talking about, the IC or US title.
Yeah. But I'm saying, I'd say she's closer to Becky in the sense, like, yes, she's probably gonna win a title like Becky, like the world title. Probably not anytime sooner than Becky will probably win it, obviously. But as far as like Becky's still putting on A+ matches with either Maxine, AJ Lee.
It's
like she's like, and I think if you gave that same storyline if you gave those, Bailey can do the exact same thing. Is basically what I'm saying.
Okay.
If he had the United States Championship and was doing the same,
this is all right. I hear you. No disrespect at all to Bailey. She cannot do that. She cannot do that because Becky is the best talker in the world, and she's a better wrestler than her. I'm not saying she like shits on her, but she is a significantly better wrestler than Bailey. Not to say that she's not. That's why I say she's Natalia. She is sure hands. She's not At least I don't see her that way. Not to say that like she isn't that, but like she isn't presented that way, right? Because I already gave my preamble. She has a WrestleMania moment. Yes, I care about her, and that way more than Natalia. But no, she can't do that. I don't. It's not going to have the same impact for sure. Like even if she wins the title or this rivalry, it's not going to be, big time Bex talking shit and like you say, like, oh, this is the best thing on Raw. It is not going to be that.
You never know. Like Bailey,
Okay.
Bailey can talk.
She can, but she can't talk like Becky. That's all I'm saying.
And Becky
Do you agree with that?
Becky had to work a way to get up there. Like Bailey does.
I'm saying, like I said, this makes me sound disrespectful, but I'm like, do you agree Becky is like the best talker, like women talker that we got?
Yes, but it's not like she's been that for like a long time.
Dude, nobody's saying that. I'm saying they're both 10 years in. Becky is the shit on the mic right now. I'm saying, do we think, yes, maybe we're saying we need to give Bailey more reps. We've seen Bailey on the mic. That's what I'm saying. It's been 10 years.
And I'm saying that, yes, we've seen Becky on the mic too, but her mic work ever since recently has exponentially got better to what she was before. She was fine before, but she wasn't as good as she is right now.
She's the best she's ever been right now. And like, even Becky as Becky 2 belts is better than Bailey right now on the mic. And that's fucking 6 years ago. That's a fact.
Okay. I'm not going to beleaguer this point because we still got a whole bunch of shows. But
You're right. But I'm just saying, I say that point because I'm disappointed. That's why I say, what are we doing? Because yes, I agree. Bailey's going to go over in this. Or excuse me, Lyra's going to go over in this. What else that it was not on Night of Champions? Is it time for NXT?
Well, is there anything on SmackDown?
Yeah, let's see. Oh, shit. Okay, I put the link up here at least.
It was really not much, honestly. It was mostly just catching up on, closing off, storylines for Night of Champions. But
we did get a great match of Ray Phoenix.
Oh yeah, that was a primo.
That was that was
Ray
absolutely
Phoenix
phenomenal.
Fraser was awesome
for the AAA Cruiserweight title.
Predictable, obviously, because Ray Phoenix is not going to lose that match. But no, they put on a stellar. That was the best match on the card the entire night.
Yeah, and we got Julia over Kiana James. So I'm gonna assume that this is gonna like. Do you think it continues, or is it just like a hard cut? Like, all right, it's a character change, and I beat you
by Blake Monroe.
That's right. Okay, yeah, Blake. Thank you. That was the big.
I don't know if that's Blake Monroe aligning with Kiana or that's just Blake
taking her spotlight.
Yeah, kind of just doing things on her own volition.
Yeah.
Danhausen, Matt Cardona get the win over Los Garzas.
Yep. Danhausen. I think we said for the third time.
Yeah,
he's undefeated still. So good shit for him.
Paige defeated JC Jane in her hometown.
Yep.
BFAB getting the pin.
Oh yeah, I guess you gotta mention that.
All right, Tiffany.
How much does her 2K rating go up? Like just because we said Tiffany's like a 91.
Yeah,
as a Jade's a 92. So I said I have BFAB as the lowest on the roster, like as like a 77 or something. This pushed her up to like a 79.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm like.
Even though like it's funny because we felt super confident after the match, and like Chelsea was coming out with the kendo stick, and then BFAB was like, "I just got this pin, on the U.S. champion. I'm about to go out and handle some business and take out Tiffany," and he got immediately smacked in the guts with that kendo stick. That was hilarious, and then that was great too by Chelsea, also just losing the kendo stick as she was coming in.
Hits the ropes in her hand.
But other than that, SmackDown was pretty tame, I think. I mean, it's the best thing to go back and watch is that AAA Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah.
Between Ray Phoenix and Nathan Frazier. Let's talk about NXT.
For sure.
Actually, also news that came out, because Trick also noted this. Him and Lash got married last week.
Oh, yeah.
So congratulations to the new married couple. Mm-hmm. Other new married couple, apparently, I think it happened today. Darby Allin got married. So,
congratulations
today.
to Darby.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A lot of marriage going on in the wrestling world. But let's get into NXT.
Yep.
Go home show for Great American Bash, which is happening tonight on the CW. First pay-per-view that they're doing on that. This was a pretty tame show for me. I didn't think
me as well.
Anything stood out to me. Yeah, there wasn't really much that stood out to me on this show.
Yeah, the only thing, I mean, I am a Saquon Sugars guy, so I appreciated the go home promo in ring against Dion. I forget the exact barbs, but I remember caring about this. He had a few good ones in there. Yeah, I'm just pulling for my guy Saquon.
I think he'll get it. I think he'll get it.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say about that, but that's like you said, it was pretty tame. So that's the thing I cared about most. Elsewhere up here, I had Tony D signing a Fireball contract because we get the spot of in the beginning of the show where Naruku is like, "Oh yeah, I got the
contract. I want to give him the contract myself."
Yeah, and then he opens it, and a fireball goes in his face, and I'm like, "Oh, this is great!" Like immediately, we get, him getting evacuated to a local medical facility, and I don't even like the shots of him, like it's like TMZ or something, like through the window. Boy, I like that for NXT, and he's like in the emergency room getting his eye patch done. But yeah, he still comes back for to get his pound of flesh at the end. Yeah, a little bit.
Tony's coming in disabled.
Yeah,
with, one eye.
So this also leads me to my Reggie, which is, or this would be my. I know we came up with you came up with a champion of the week for, terrible GM. Adam Pearce. I don't remember what the title was called, but basically he'd be getting the Adam Pearce title this week because I'm like, why the fuck do you have you saw it, you were there, first of all, it was just the champion, the contender, and you. He handed him the contract, a fireball went in his face, and you let him come back, not only sign a contract, but be physical as his eye is oozing, bleeding.
Hey,
and then it just gives me also, I'm like,
you watch the pit. You can't force a person to stay if they don't want to stay.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but also, I guess it's also Reggie because this fucks up my prediction because I'm like, is he coming in with an eye patch? He should have it. He can't see. This man has no eyeball right now. So it really does lean me into the kayfabe of Naruku because I'm like, there's no way you want me to believe this. I think the only other fireball we got recently was Aleister Black and Damian Priest. He blew a fireball in his face in a match. Yeah, and that just blinded him. It wasn't flesh burned and shit. It wasn't that.
I think the following week he had some kind of burnt scarring.
Singed. All right, but even still, it wasn't makeup work. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but I actually did, and I thought it was kind of goofy and fun. But I'm
honestly, I'll just call out my champion of the week for Naruku, which this continues what I mentioned last week. I think with I had mentioned Dr. Evil. This is pretty much Naruku's Dr. Evil, and it makes sense because he is initially named Evil. Yeah, every time he does something, I just hear the Dr. Evil music, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, facts.
And then just seeing Naruku just kind of ha 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 ha.
Yeah, exactly, right. And it's so obvious because he literally does the hand on the hips. I'm like, I know that's such
a dastardly
who is that? I'm trying to picture who that is in old Japanese film. Who was the dastardly, bad guy who would do that he's clearly invoking. But it's fine. I guess both. It's a light show, but both of our champions of the week came from here. I guess. But,
Layla and Kendall, Lola and Kendall, had a backstage segment. Contract signing. I thought Lola was making some fun points.
Yeah, she's been grinding. And
toss up though. Again, I don't know. We'll get to predictions soon, but I'm kind of split on this right now. But I might mean.
Didn't you say Lola was on her way out?
Possibly, I think so.
But then, oh no, that was Tatum that said goodbye. That's
they're saying both that Lola and Tatum.
Oh, okay.
That
might be it. So, hey, that's a way. Hey, that immediately. that's a huge upgrade for our RenQCC.
Mm-hmm.
And then bring in a third member. Like, that's a top. That's literally your top
I
faction.
think you make Kendall Gray like egotistical and just like I never needed you. You never backed me down. Basically, it's like
no, that's great. No, that's actually right. That's the right thing to do. Actually,
yeah.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say maybe we
because Red. Everybody loves Red.
Do you think there's more juice to squeeze with their happy-go-luckiness though? I guess that's really what I'm asking. Because you don't got to bring in a third member, but like you squeeze the juice of like she wins the title
mm-hmm.
and they're happy for a bit, and then it's like bitch, like
I used you to get to where I needed to be.
Oh man, and then we hate Kendall. Yeah,
now I'm here. I don't need you anymore.
Yeah, we hate Kendall. Oh man,
bam, headshot with the title belt,
bust her open. The last thing I had on here was EK Prosper actually getting the win over Keanu Carver, but Keanu Carver didn't take too kindly to that and just put him through the announcer table. So who really won here, honestly? So maybe we'll get more of them. I mean, they're both young black men, and I'm rooting for everybody black. So
facts.
Should that take us into our direct predictions for NXT? We're already on that. And then go into AEW afterwards.
Yeah, let's get into Great American Bash predictions.
Yeah.
Let me bring up the card. We got like 5 matches on here, probably.
Yeah. All right, so, well, as you look that up, I'll ask you the easiest question. What is your most anticipated match on here?
So we got 7 matches on the card.
Oh, 7, okay.
I would say...
Tag team titles, maybe? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Lola and Kendall.
Lola and Kendall?
Yeah. Because there's Tony Naraku, Miles Bourne versus Tavion Heights for the North American Championship. Ren Sinclair versus Ariana Grace in a women's speed championship match. Saquon Sugars, Deion Lennox. Zaria Tatum Paxley for the North American Championship. And Shyla Hill and Kristen Angels, along with Lola Vice and Kendall Gray. Yeah, I would say Lola and Kendall.
Yeah. Because as I hear that, I'm like, it feels like it's so funny because like how much I was saying. I'm like, dog, like this has been awful trying to get to know these guys. And now as I hear that card, I'm like, you're gonna make up a point, and I feel like this is an exam I didn't study for.
Yeah,
that's exactly as I hear that. I'm like, I don't know, like the majority of that, but yeah, I'm most anticipating. I'm looking forward to see if Tony D. He should have scarring. He should be having an eye patch, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah,
let's go through this card.
Yeah, for sure, I'm ready.
Let's just go from the top match that they have on here. Tony D defending his NXT Championship versus Naraku.
Yeah.
Is Tony coming in blinded? Is he coming down in?
That's what I'm like. Is this
has Naraku done really anything to establish himself as winning the championship? Or I mean, MCMG won the titles
2 weeks in.
2 weeks in. Yeah. Like, who's to say Naraku didn't do that? Maybe Tony D's also getting called up. Who knows? But
yeah, true. And I mean, we like Tony D, so it's, I mean, if he had more tread on the tires, I wouldn't hate that to help him like get Naraku over if he was leaving, because obviously we don't know. But I mean, he could win the title again. I mean,
yeah,
he has been in NXT for a really long time. Excuse me. Man, I love, the kayfabe of it. I'm gonna go Naraku because I feel like, I mean, this is how you're protecting Tony D. And if anything, like he'll have like the John Moxley's had a fucking eye patch on before even in AEW, but like there'll be the spot where like, I mean, he just did it this week actually. Shit, he did like dig at his eye. I'm calling for that spot again, basically.
Okay,
but. We got Mason Rook in the wings. Who are you thinking?
I'm gonna go with Tony D.
Yeah, I'll go with.
I'm not gonna overthink it. I think it's more. Think he just overcomes the adversity, and maybe after the fact, Naruku does something to, continue the rivalry.
Yeah, he did. He just got here. I mean, I like his.
Maybe he gets some squad members to jump him, Tony D, afterwards. I don't know, but I think Tony D kind of overcomes whatever adversity.
He just has an eye patch and pulls a Moxley.
Yeah, I think he still ends up winning the match.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Tony D. Who you got? Taking with Naruku or
Tony D? Tony D. I know that feels like the right answer, but I mean, it's just his presentation. He's the only guy with the presentation out of the new guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when he first showed up, I was like, he looks like a Tekken character.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And even his ominous, there's evil coming to you and all this type of shit. So, but yeah.
Okay, we agree on that one. Miles Bourne versus Tavion Heights for the North American Championship. Does Miles Bourne retain? Does Tavion Heights get his first singles championship?
He retains. I feel like, I mean, Miles Bourne hasn't done anything also, so it's not like it really matters to me. I did like the segment though, because like Tavion Heights got the win. Was it last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like because Miles Bourne helped him and pulled like the
I
think it was, I forget, the young kids pulled him out of the ring, and he was like, I didn't need your help or whatever. So is that heel turny? I just think he's working heel. So assuming that, I'm gonna have Miles Bourne as retain.
I will agree with you on that. As much as I think Tavion could do it, but maybe he ends up losing, and then Miles tries to be like a good sport, and then Tavion eventually takes out Miles Bourne and like officially
chew on it some more. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Miles Bourne. Yeah.
Chew on it some more. Make me care about it.
Ren Sinclair versus Ariana Grace for the women's speed championship. Went Ren retaining, or Ariana Grace bringing gold to her faction? What's the faction called again?
Birthright.
Birthright, yes.
The best faction name that there is. Man, I just hate that it's a speed title, because it's like, it's funny because I care about, it's clearly the person who has it that makes me care about it, right? Because it's like, I love Ren, but it's like, damn, Kendall is going to be preparing for her match.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers, because the guys, I do like, this is what I call for, because I asked the guy, I'm like, if you're in a faction, it's like, it's not like you got to get like, you don't got to hit the girl, but pull her fucking foot, whatever, it's like, so with that, her fucking husband's gonna be there, but I'm gonna say we're happy for Ren QCC as a whole tonight. I'm gonna just say Ren retains, and I'm calling my shot on Kendall also, have both of them just win. Yeah. But I feel like the right answer for this is Ariana, because her husband's just.
I'm gonna go Ariana.
Yeah,
I think you don't get a happy. I think this.
Because why do you have the speed tournament, right? Because you have a whole tournament while because Ren's not defending it in that time, and then that frees up Ren for like you said, bitch, I never needed you over Kendall. So Ariana Grace. Yeah, like I said, her husband's gonna be there. Like that's a guarantee. Ariana Grace.
Okay, so we continue our agreement. Ariana Grace gets her speed championship. So they would have the men and the women's speed championship within the birthright, because Lexi King is
men's speed
champion.
They don't. Oh yeah, then they're just missing the tag titles.
Yeah,
basically.
Saquon Sugars, Deion Lennox. I think we'll agree on this one.
Saquon. There's no way.
It's a singles match, but again, it's a singles match. That means Saquon either has to have some type of backup, or the numbers add up, and they spell disaster for him.
I'm trying to remember what Saquon's finisher is. I don't even know what it is. So when the match ends, it's gonna surprise me.
I'm gonna go Saquon as well. So I do worry about him being outnumbered by the other two members.
I think this might be if it's not
Dark State.
Yeah, I think this might be as I hear that. He's been standing on his own, and he's been making points about you've been treating them like shit. Or actually, he didn't say that. He said y'all abandoned me type shit, and I think he said you would do the same thing or some shit like that. And he was like, "No, we cut the dead weight or whatever." So it's like I could see the interference spot comes, and then it's a turn from Dark State. So, but either way, I'm picking Saquon. It don't matter.
Zarya defending her title, her women's North American title against Tatum Paxley.
Zarya just got it. Yeah, Zarya.
I agree with you on that. I think this is Tatum's goodbye.
Yeah.
So we continue to agree on the card, 5-5. This, I think we might have a different opinion. Shiloh Hill versus Christian Angels. Singles match.
Tristan Angels.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like. It's funny because you were saying like I don't care about Shiloh Hill, and I was just like I like Tristan Angels more than I like Shiloh Hill, so it's as simple as that.
Damn it! I'm just gonna pick Tristan Angels. I'm like, I like the way you like. I'm never picking Hank and Tank.
No, that's the same thing. No,
same thing for Shiloh Hill.
You just say it more. Yeah, I would Hank it like when I saw them win this week, it made me sick. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, who the fuck is that? I don't care.
Yeah,
but I would say he's a step above Hank and Tank, like where they are in my mind. Right. But I don't care about Shiloh.
He's only been on for a short amount of time, but he's been more interesting to me than most of the outside of like maybe like Lizzie Rain.
Yeah,
probably the only two that.
Is it just the British accent?
No, they actually have good characters.
I'm just throwing it out there. I was like, Americans love a British accent, so.
Finally,
Kendall.
You said Kendall. I agree with you, which
Yeah.
means we have no points being taken for this match.
Yeah.
So we 100% agreed on everything. If I had to switch something,
like mine would be the Naruku Tony D, just because once again, it's like I like goofy cartoon shit. So it's like, are you just gonna like lean into the injury?
Yeah.
And like I do like Tony D. Like he's a steady champion. Like that's the way that I feel. Like because of the reshuffling, right? So it's like, could he lose it? Absolutely. I mean, I like Naruku. I mean, what does a Naruku reign look like? I have no idea. None of us do. So
that's fair. If I was to switch something, it'd either be Miles Bourne losing to Tavion Heights, but I think I'm maybe second guessing myself here, and I think I'll go with it.
Or Ariana Grace and like I said with Ren, just because I love Ren, like I said, because that's my booking in my head is just Ren QCC's happy.
Yeah, I think the one I am going to switch though is I'm actually going to go Deion Lennox getting the win over Saquon Sugars. Mm-hmm. I think the fact that this is just a singles match just invites the numbers game to play against Saquon, and Saquon can legitimately win this match, but obviously through shenanigans of the rest of Dark State, he ends up losing, eventually working yourself up into like a
street fight, whatever,
like a cage match or something like that. Bars the rest of those two members outside of the ring, and Saquon eventually gets it. Mm-hmm. So, and again, you gotta give Deion Lennox some type of credibility.
You're right about the sense of like, because Tony D is one thing, right? Because he's been here so long and like ran a faction and all that shit, the family, and like was 2-time North American champion before he even won the title. Mm-hmm. And he goes on the Dark State mission. That's his rating is way higher than Saquon's. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, does it feel like the end? Not necessarily, but you're right to pick it because, like I said, I'm just gonna stay down with my buddy. So
I think so. We'll have 1 point on. We'll have a deciding factor in this card. So I have Deion Lennox, you have Saquon Sugars, but everything else on the card, unless you keep in Tony D or you switch in Naruku.
Yeah, I'll keep Tony.
Okay, so everything on the card we agree on except Saquon Sugars and Deion Lennox. Let's get into AEW go home show before Forbidden Door. This was we're just kept up with the reviews, not the reviews, but the recap. But I didn't actually go back and watch a lot of this. But I can tell by reading through this that this was a great show, even if predictable of all the outcomes. But this is how you kind of do it, where it's like you have predictable outcomes, but all the matches, as far as quality, we're top tier.
Yeah.
This was a great show, even though it was super predictable. Brodito and Mystico versus the Death Riders. The Death Riders getting the win on that. That was fun.
I mean, match of the night was. I mean, it's always Ospreay when he's on the show, but Ospreay versus ELP. But it's just like one of those guys where it's like, man, who the fuck is this? It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like the same thing that happened with Mercedes last week against like Hazuki.
Yeah.
You're like, who's this? Like some girl from Japan, and it's just like, it doesn't matter. That's fucking like the sickest thing. You're like, holy shit, these guys can go.
Swerve getting the win over Daniel Garcia.
For sure.
Also
definitely, yeah. I mean, poor Daniel Garcia. That's the only thing seeing this on the card.
Yeah.
You just know he's gonna get his head kicked in. Like that's exactly how it went. And then he hit him with the extra sauce on it because he gave him a hidden blade. He went down for the he gave him the house call and went for the pin. And then like I don't know if he did the lift up spot or I think he said this isn't over yet. And then he gave him a hidden blade.
Zack Sabre Jr. getting the win over Jack Perry.
Yeah, CSJ, the grappling god. I just made that up.
The Young Bucks getting the win over TMDK.
Yeah, we gotta go back and watch this. From just the look of this, yeah, this is pretty crazy. Like the lineup of matches here.
Yeah, Red Velvet, Queen Aminata getting the win over her.
Mm-hmm.
And Takesha and Ricochet. I caught the end of this actually live. This was just even like I caught like the last 10 minutes of this match. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Again, predictable, but again, great. This is also one of the top matches of the card. And then afterwards, you had a whole kind of brawl between Team MJF and Team Briscoe play out afterwards. Because, they got a big cage match tonight. I don't know how they're going to fit 12 people in a cage.
Yeah.
We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
But anything else specifically you want to call out on Dynamite before we get to?
No, this is the rare time I actually did not see it either. So
we are not doing our job.
Yeah, this caught me lacking this one time. But very similarly, not as much. I don't feel like it was NXT, like where I didn't feel like I didn't study for it. But we know the go shown support, obviously. Yeah. Like, what's the last thing that happened, But yeah, we can get into the predictions.
We got, as you imagine with AEW, a long card. We have 8 matches.
It's not long for them.
They have 2 pre-show matches, and it goes up to 11 matches altogether when you have the pre-show.
9 is good. 9.
Yeah. So.
Perfect.
First match we'll talk about is Hope and Cage defending their tag team titles against the Dogs, Dave Finlay and Art Connors.
Hope and Cage.
I agree with you. I think it's too early.
It's not hardcore yet. It's not hardcore yet.
It's too early for them to lose. And then, they got to get their get back from when they got jumped. So.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks versus El Sky team of Mystico and Mascara Dorada versus Unbound Company, Shingo Takagi and Titan. In a 3-way tag team match.
Okay. Oh, this is a CMLL tag team and a New Japan tag team.
Yeah.
Who's the teams? El Sky team and
Unbound Company.
Unbound. Oh yeah, yes, New Japan. Let me see real quick. I'm sorry.
I'll just text it to you.
Okay. I just wanted to see the exactly who's in the faction, but I mean, granted, I've heard of Unbound because Unbound is that's the remodeled Bullet Club. Bullet Club is done now, but now it's called Unbound. By de facto, I'm gonna put a pin in Young Bucks right now, just because I don't know the other 2.
Mystico and Mascara Dorado.
Okay, okay, that's what I'm like. All right, I gotta know. All right, who's in it? All right,
so
there we go. All right, yeah, Mystico and okay, Shingo Takagi and Titan. Mystico is huge in Japan. Sure.
I want to go Young Bucks, but
I want to go Mystico.
I'm gonna go El Sky team.
I was gonna go them too, just because I'm like, I feel like there's I need to look it up, but I think there's a CMLL show that actually is coming up, like for AEW on their tour, and you can just get some get back there.
Okay.
But also, like, with it just not being, any type of stipulation or title, this is where I'm like, this is where AEW can drop the ball, or so to speak, you know what I'm saying? And Mystico is just like, at least as far as my ratings are concerned, the highest. Shingo Takagi, I know, is a two-time New Japan heavyweight title winner, but I don't know. So El Sky team, sure.
Yeah, I'll go El Sky team as well. John Moxley versus Bandito for the AEW Continental Championship.
Yeah, that's probably going to be match of the night right here. Moxley, though, you ain't taking it off of him.
Yeah, I'll go Mox as well. I like Bandito, but like, yeah, Mox is just on another level. IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship match: Shota Umino versus Pac.
I don't know enough about this title to say Pac can't win it. You know what I'm saying? But
this is where New Japan's got to hold their own. And
right.
They got to retain their title.
Yeah. So
Shota, get a great match. I'm gonna go to.
Yeah, you're just gonna protect the title. Shota Umino. Yeah, I agree. And Tekla and Starlight Kid.
Yeah, Tekla gets her revenge against New Japan.
Yeah, Tekla's gonna win this. Poor girl. Next up, Mercedes Moné versus Maya World.
Man,
poor Maya World.
She's
gonna get her face ripped off.
To happen.
No, that shit ain't.
I want the upset to happen.
Pick it. Go ahead. Do it. Mercedes, go ahead.
I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but
all right.
I want her to win. I'm gonna pick Mercedes.
Of course you are. Yeah. Kenny Omega versus
favorite, but I want Maya World to win. I'd be happy to lose this match.
Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. I'm going ZSJ.
I'm going Kenny Omega.
Okay. Will Ospreay and Swerve. This is guaranteed Ospreay. In my mind.
Oh yeah. I mean they have been.
This is guaranteed.
They have been gassing like Ospreay up to win. Yeah.
And then the fun one.
I guess. I mean, do you think like Hangman comes back and ends up costing like Swerve? No. Or like costing like?
I think Ospreay's just gonna beat Swerve. And I think the match is gonna be awesome. I could see a Death Rider spot in here.
I'll go Ospreay. I just I think they want that to have that moment in All In Wembley and all that. So
yeah.
And then finally the 6-on-6 cage match. Team Briscoe consisting of Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roger Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Konosuke Takeshita, and Darby Allin versus MJF and Don Callis family of Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, and Andrade El Idolo.
Very similar like Saquon. I'm going with Briscoe. It doesn't say when the title match is. It can be whenever. But
yeah.
And that also, it's funny because that also just leads more into the Don Callis storyline of like, I love Don Callis. Like the difference between Callis and Paul Heyman of like his character work of he's just screwing over like his own guys that he's representing.
Yeah.
Like Heyman is always like dedicated to his guys. You know what I'm saying? It's never like a question of loyalty. Don Callis is just doing whatever the fuck he wants and like just making as much money as possible. So he's just like keeping Andrade because Andrade earned a title shot like 3 months ago. And he's just like, yeah, you'll get it. Yeah, you'll get it. Yeah. It's like, but yeah, that's like, honestly, note number 2. It's really just because, Briscoe, of course you got to get a title shot against MJF because it's not going to do anything except piss MJF off.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm more curious to see how they fit this type of match in. That's what I'm really.
I think it's a Hell in a Cell situation, or like it's not gonna be. It's definitely not the. It's not the WWE steel cage.
We'll see.
Yeah, because that should be ridiculous.
I'm gonna also go Team Briscoe, so we will have also a decision on this card as well, mostly coming from Kenny Omega, which I selected, getting the win over Zach. You pick, and then on NXT it was. What was the match that we just Saquon and Deion Lennox. So 2 points will be up for grabs. We'll see the outcome of it next week. do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, that is it for me. Fun week of wrestling. Shout out to Sami Zayn again.
Yeah, new WWE champion.
Yep.
And we will catch y'all next week for episode 104 of the Wrestling Rehab Podcast. Moody, where can they find us?
Here on this YouTube channel. Find us on our socials. Follow everything at the Wrestling Rehab, and we will be here every weekend in the afternoon.
Yeah, maybe earlier, but yes, we'll let y'all know as soon as we do, and we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.